God bless you, my friends. This is Reverend Carol. Hey, look, I want to tell y'all something. Even though the church is not open, you can still pay your tithes and offering through Give-La-Fly. In order to give through Give-La-Fly, this is what you need to do. You can give online through the Give-La-Fly app. Find us, Christian Fellowship Baptist Church, MD. Look for the ship and then hit the give button and then select the amount in which you would like to give. You can give your tithe, offering, and the seed. And then you will get a notification that says your giving has been made successful. And as always, be blessed.
God, we now receive everything that you promised to us. We praise you in advance for everything that you're giving to us. And God, we now thank you that everything that you promised is now coming into manifestation. And we believe you, and we receive it, and we receive it, even now in the name of Jesus. God, we receive your anointing. God, we receive your power.
Forget about their issues. I wish y'all would help me. And folks that are always listening so they can keep talking are never equipped to do any helping because their main job is to spread the latest news. And that's why you've got to be careful in the day of your troubles about dealing with folks that are always saying, if you need someone to talk to, I'm always a good listener. But when you're going through trials and tribulations, you need a good prayer instead of a good listener. Somebody help me here, because prayer changes things, but listeners spread gossip. I wish y'all would help me. So we need to be careful about who we talk to and what we talk about, because in this day and age, all of our personal business can be shared in any and everybody in just a push of a button. And everybody and lottie-dottie knows our business. That's right. And folks keep having breakdowns instead of breakthroughs because they keep talking to the wrong people. I wish y'all would help me. But as we look at the text, we see that David, the writer of this Psalms, knows exactly who to talk to, and he also knows exactly how to talk to him in order to get his problems fixed. And the text shows us that when he needs something fixed, he ain't talking to anybody except his God. Can I stay here for a minute, y'all? We spend too much time talking to people about our issues. We need to stop telling them and start telling God if we're looking for a fix of our situation. Now, if you just want to vent, you can talk to people. But if you want deliverance and if you want a healing, you need to talk to God. David in the text, he needs something fixed. And he ain't talking to anyone else except his God, because he knows that everyone else has the capability of letting him down just when he needs him the most. Y'all ever had folks around you like that? They'll tell you they got your back. They'll say, I got this. That's the popular thing now. Folks say, I got this. But then them same folks will fail you just when you need them the most. Now look at this, look at this. Not only does he know who to talk to, but he also knows how to talk to him. In this is important because oftentimes our approach to God will affect his reply to us. Did y'all hear what I said? Our approach to God will affect his reply to us. In other words, if we don't come right, then it ain't going to be right if you're trying to talk to God. And this is why we find David in the first verse in a state of humility and lowliness when he asked God to bow down his ear and hear him. Now look at this. This is an acknowledgement of David that God is in a much higher place than him, and therefore has a higher power, a higher authority, and a higher capacity to help him out, but not so high, that he can't hear his lowly servant crying out for him. Hear God, good y'all. He sits high, he looks low, and then he reaches down when he hears our cry. So God is big, but God is also sensitive to the lowly needs of his servant. Y'all need to help me. That's right. In other words, David knows that God is big, but he also knows that God ain't too big to fix his little issues. Now look at this, y'all. Sometimes we act like we don't want to take it to God because of the size of the situation, but we need to get in the habit of taking everything to the Lord in prayer. Y'all need to help me here. That's right. Big issues, little issues, and all issues. Now look at this. In his prayer, David goes on to state his true position without God's help. Let me say that again. In his prayer, David goes on to state his true position without God's help, because he said, I am poor and I am needy. Y'all need to help me here. Two things that prove that. Even though he's a grown man, he's accepted the fact that he's still a lifetime dependent of the Most High God. So if God had to write off his taxes, then David would be down as one of his dependents. We are down as God dependents. God! Somebody help me. That's right. Ain't God good, y'all? Because poor means that on his own he is in a state of poverty because he lacks the basic necessities to take care of his daily needs. In other words, David is saying, Lord, I can't afford to buy my shirt. I can't afford to buy my pants. I can't afford to buy my socks. I can't afford to buy my shoes. I can't afford to buy my food without you, because everything that I've got comes from you. We need to walk in humility sometimes and tell God, I can't have anything unless you give it to me. And the least that I can do is give my offering back to you, Lord. Because if you cut me off, I'll be poor and I'll be needy. David is saying, Lord, I can't afford anything without you. And that's why 1 Chronicles 29:14 says, everything comes from you, and we have only given you what comes from your hand. And Psalms 24:1 states, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. And that tells us that everything, not some things, belong to God. Now look at this, y'all. David says not only is he poor, but he's also needy. because his needs are perpetual needs, which means that his needs are never ending. And this is why, as children of God, we ought to stop talking to each other and spend more time talking to him, because just like David, we are constantly in a state of need. We need money, we need shelter, we need clothes, we need shoes, we need food, we need water, we need a job, need a healing, need a deliverance, need peace, need joy, need love, and we need our God to supply all I need according to his riches and glory. Because without him, we are in a state of poverty. Now look at this. This is why we have to be dependent of God only. Because these folks get on other folks' nerves. After a while, you all know what I'm talking about. So you're hurting before. You know I'm telling the truth. But if you haven't said it, then you heard someone else say it. Every time they call me, they need something. That's a reason that folks get upset. It's because the needy person is tapping into their limited resources, and they're worried about their limited supply. Running out because multiple persons are drawing from what they have set aside for themselves. But David knows better, and that's why he's not calling on his friends to tap into their limited supply, but he's calling on his God that has a fountain that will never run dry. In other words, through God, our perpetual need will always be filled, because he does not run out, but always replenishing, always restore, always refill. So no matter what your needs are, your needs can't exceed his capabilities. So stop calling on other folks and start calling on the Lord. Somebody loves your neighbor, tell them, I've got to stop talking to them. I've got to stop talking to him. And look at this show. In verse 2, David said, preserve my soul, for I am holy. In other words, let me find safety from my enemies and my spiritual battles, but I'm under attack from every side. But if I be under set aside to be used by God. God need to help me here with cells of Saturn. The same container that carries mistakes will also be the same container that carries miracles and God's blessing. Because our holy state became a holy state because His holiness decided to use us. And anything that God touches becomes holy. God need to help me here. So even if you're not perfect, you're still holy. Even if you're going through, you're still holy. But God set you aside for His purpose. So don't let anybody tell you that you're not. When God said that you might slip up, you might make a mistake, but you're still set aside. Still God's child. By the blood of Jesus. You're still God's child. By the death. You're still God's child. By the suffering. Still God's child. By the cross. Still God's child. By the death. Still God's child. By the resurrection. Still God's child. By the blood. By the blood. You're still God's child. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not chosen, not selected. You make a mistake. Keep on moving. Because you got the hand of God all over you. Give me all right. Somebody say good. He's good. He's merciful. He's kind. And He's loving. Somebody shout, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Through the storm. He's near. Through the cloud. He's near. Through the sickness. He's near. Through the down times. He's near. He's near. Oh Lord. He's near. Yeah. He's keeping me. He's keeping me. My Lord, that selected me, is keeping me. Is it all right? Somebody shout, yeah. Almost stop. I won't have no juice for this heat now. We're going to open up the doors of the church. Doors of the church are open. Come by live as a Christian experience or as a candidate for baptism. Come by the blood is running warm in your veins. Don't put it off for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not promised to you. All you have is right now time. If you don't know Jesus, it's time to get to know Him. He's the best gift that's ever been given to mankind. He died on the cross for you. He rose for you. With all power in His hands. If anyone that wants to come to Jesus, now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. Don't put it off. Because another time, another day, another hour, and another minute is not promised to you. Do it now. Do it now. While you have time. Please remain standing. We're going to dismiss. We're going to dismiss while we stand there. Eternal Father, in the name of Jesus, we give you thanks and prayer for your goodness, love, and mercy. We thank you, Lord, for everything that you've done for us, from the early existence of our life, up into this present hour. You brought us through seen and unseen dangers, ups and downs, and turnarounds, through sickness, through stress, but yet we are still here, only because of you, Lord. And so we give your name the praise, Lord. We're about to depart, Lord, heading to various places, Lord. I pray that you dispatch your angels to watch over us, Lord, to keep us safe as we travel along the highways honor, and glory forever and forever. Let the people of God say amen. 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 God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
God, we now receive everything that you promised to us. We praise you in advance for everything that you're giving to us. And God, we now thank you that everything that you promised is now coming into manifestation. And we believe you, and we receive it, and we receive it, even now in the name of Jesus. God, we receive your anointing. God, we receive your power.
God bless you, my friends. This is Reverend Carol. Hey, look, I want to tell y'all something. Even though the church is not open, you can still pay your tithes and offering through Give-a-Fly. In order to give through Give-a-Fly, this is what you need to do. You can give online through the Give-a-Fly app. Find us, Christian Fellowship Baptist Church, MD. Look for the ship and then hit the give button and then select the amount in which you would like to give. You can give your tithe, offering, and the seed. And then you will get a notification that says your giving has been made successful. And as always, be blessed.